The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, you guys, man. Yo, we live here, live episode of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling Commission Talks edition, man. For real, appreciate everyone tuning in, everyone who's joining me here on the 11:30 podcast, Facebook channel. Definitely like the 11:30 podcast Facebook channel, and if you're joining on YouTube, definitely do me a huge favor if you haven't done so already, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I'm always excited, man. Getting tongue tied, man. But yo, it's Commission Talks. It's Wednesday. We about to get into some wrestle talk, man. I'm not alone. I got some awesome guests that's going to be joining me here. But first up, the Commission Bro, the host of Buzzing with Marlowe, my guy Warren Marlowe. What's going on, man? What's going on?
What up, man? It is Wednesday, and it looks like the time is now. Let's go. It's 5 o'clock, bro. You know what it is. It's time to get that crossover, and we got some fun times today.
Hey, yes, man. We got some fun times, and we got some special guests that's joining us on this week's episode of Commission Talks, man. For real. None other. We're gonna bring on the first special guest, you guys. That's joining us. She's from the OTTR mob, man. Courtney. She's joining us here. What's going on?
Got the golf claps.
How's it going?
She Bray Wyatt us right now. What is this?
Well, while we get Courtney here, maybe she can't hear us just a bit. We're having some.
Oh, there she is.
Hey, y'all.
There she go. Hey, how's it going? How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. It's Wednesday, and this isn't the last week of wrestling or the CNC connection. I'm on Commission Talks, and I'm not alone.
No, she's not, man. She's not alone, you guys. She's bringing some more special guests from the OTTR mob. We're bringing on a KB. What's going on, KB?
What's the deal, y'all? KB on Commission Talk. The mob is taking over Commission Talk. Gotta hold it down for the mob. What's going on, y'all?
Hey, what's going on with you? Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy Blackheart,
my
man.
Lord.
Hey, yo, man, we're gonna get it straight. Appreciate the boss for stopping through. Also, you guys, man, we not alone, man. We got one more special guest that's joining us here on Commission Talk on this Wednesday, you guys, man.
You wasted
Real.
no time.
Tyler
Oh!
Sparks, you guys.
Oh,
Tyler,
I didn't get the
what's going on, my
camera on. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn, it's a miracle.
Where's old buddy? The
Warren,
pretty
y'all-
assassin has showed up now.
Warren,
Look
y'all
at
don't get
him.
Warren, y'all don't get. You got the nappy boy and the pretty boy and the queen in the building.
KB, if you don't
Oh,
shut your
man.
goddamn, if you don't shut your New York undercover built ass up, I swear to God.
Look at here. Don't get mad at me because the Dark Skin Coalition is making a comeback, like Spin Nation.
Hey, man, this is gonna be a fun episode. This is gonna be dope. Once again, shout out to my guy Blackheart for
Hold on, let me
extending
turn
the
my lights.
invite, man, for Tyler Starks, Courtney, and also KB of the OTTR mob here on Commission Talks, man, for real. But we ain't gonna waste no more. We ain't gonna waste no more time. We're gonna drop in. We're gonna tap into the first topic this week that we are gonna cover, man. That went down this past Monday night on Raw, you guys. Trish Stratus was teaming up with Becky Lynch to defend the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. And I don't know if you guys may notice, it was a real chaotic Monday Night Raw because of some travel issues, though. But nonetheless, though, Trish Stratus teamed with Becky Lynch and to replace Lita, who could not make it because of travel issues. But they lost the tag team titles to Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. And after the match, we seen Trish turn on Becky Lynch. We'll go around. We're gonna start with Courtney.
All right, so this was no surprise for me. Actually, I thought they should have lost the belts at Mania, but that's just me. You know, I try to be the advocate for women's wrestling on our podcast, so this is different. It's going to be interesting to see where they align these two stories together. But congratulations to Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, no doubt.
Okay. All right. KB.
I didn't watch Monday Night Raw this week for obvious reasons because, well, the show's damn near intolerable. But this right here, I mean, Stevie Wonder could have seen this was coming at some point. Yeah, matter of fact, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles could have formed a tag team and looked into the future and could have seen this shit happening. Where this goes, who knows? Maybe they take this into SummerSlam. Maybe they take this into Saudi Arabia for Queen of the Ring. I don't know where it goes, but it's nice. It's nice to see Trish back. Other than that, Monday Night Raw can still go eat a dick. Goodbye. Move on.
Okay, all right. Tyler.
So y'all just gonna sit here and sugarcoat. All right, bet. Trish, I get you been away from the ring for a few years. Ain't no reason that attack was so goddamn trash. You damn near missed the initial punch. You then somehow pushed Becky face first into the damn ropes. I don't know how you managed that when she was on one knee. And then the way they went about it, how they were almost like deer in the headlights for some reason instead of just getting straight to that also made no sense to me. It also made no sense how they played the pre-taped segment of Lita getting attacked by an unknown assailant. We know it's Trish. You're not fooling nobody. So cool. We saw it coming from a mile away, but goddamn execution was god awful.
I mean, Tyler, you did say Trish had deer in headlights look, man. I'm pretty sure she's had that look in her eyes plenty of times. The woman is married.
I will fight, motherfucker. We will fight.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't say that, bro.
Hey, Warren. We know you love Trish Stratus, man. Me and you are both big fans of Trish Stratus.
Yeah, man, that's my hall pass. I love my wife, but that's my hall pass. I ain't gonna lie. Literally, I don't care who the heck's married to Trish. I've said it numerous times. That's the greatest person alive. Like, you got the biggest privilege of a lifetime right there. But yes, Tyler is right about, how the thing was going. I think it was kind of rushed. Becky was losing the timing of when to get attacked. The biggest things I could tell, I think we all expected that Mania, but we all know what was controlling that Mania at that time. And we saw a different Raw just based off of certain things that happened. And I think they had to rush the storyline because there was nothing really to present anything else for that story because half the roster did not make it to Seattle that night. But Liv and Raquel, shout out to them. They finally got some more gold on them. Hear you say that one. Oh my God, here he goes. She knows. Literally, the biggest thing is I gotta say, just watch the timing and stuff. What we've always learned in wrestling, it's about moments and the timing of a move. Becky was way too further from the ropes. I think Becky waited too long to get attacked, but it's the most talked about thing. Trish Stratus going heel. I mean, that was the main thing that Trish was known for. She was known to be the bad guy. She was never really known as that real big old baby face unless she was wrestling like the big muscular women or something like that. Like someone that really could make her present herself as a good guy. But yeah. Trish, I mean, there's nothing else I can say about that. That woman could bump. That girl looking good as hell for her age. I'm sorry. Not even going to lie about this one.
Hey, Warren, you want to hear a fun fact?
Uh-oh, what you got?
This is I actually had to go and research this myself to find out I was right. this is the first time Trish has gotten to start a heel by herself.
Yep.
Because it was TNA first, and then the second time around, it was Christian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, got that right? So this is the first one she's gotten to start by herself, which I think is actually good for her, like, finally.
You could tell Becky gets carried away in the ring. A lot of moments and stuff like that. And I've noticed that a lot with Becky. Becky has gotten her character completely over. We all know the man is a significant character and it's trailblazed women. But shave that damn. Oh my God. All right. Let me stop. All right, but the biggest thing is what I would tell about Becky is Becky still's got to realize, yes, she is presenting talent. She is bumping her ass off. She made Liv and Raquel look spontaneously, like outrageously good because Becky was bumping her ass off. But the timings is what the biggest thing of making that matter. That heel turn could have really would have been the transition thing if they did watch the movement. With Becky bumping into the ropes, it looks sloppy. It looks like it was just kind of like rushed upon. So those are just the biggest things I think. I'm sure Trish even told her in the back is like, hey, that kind of looked a little rough. Like just those little timings. But other than that, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's probably going to SummerSlam, but like I said, 50% of that roster wasn't even there. And for Raw, for what it was, I thought they presented themselves pretty damn well just with half that roster for that night.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with all you guys. I agree with all you guys. I agree with all you guys. Got great points, man. I think this was the big headline for me going into Monday Night Raw was the fact that it was, some travel issues. And I noticed after some time, a lot of superstars didn't appear. And I was like, okay, they have rewrote the entire show. But as far as the Trish Stratus and Becky moment, you can tell they didn't. I mean, besides working together at WrestleMania, it just seems like their timing, how you guys would say, was completely off. And, her trying to, tag her in and do double teams, it was just completely off. And then her trying to sell the whole moment of her turning on her, it didn't completely work. A lot of things were rushed. I don't even think that was Monday night was the planned night for Trish Stratus to even turn on Becky because of like Warren said, over half of the superstars, over half of the roster wasn't even there. So I just think it was just like something. This is the only thing that we can really do, so let's just do it.
Plus, Lita couldn't get there, so yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like there was an imposter of Lita. It didn't even seem like that was actual Lita. It was somebody who looked like Lita.
It was the what's that girl? Alba Fire. I think it was the actual.
Yeah, it's Alba Fire now. Put some respect.
Alba Fire. Okay, all right. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna stretch this out all the way to SummerSlam, which they probably would. But Backlash or Queen of the Ring probably would be something that seems like they're gonna do.
Also, I have to ask this question: did Trish Stratus find the fountain of youth somewhere? I don't know.
She's lived the same for like she's lived the same for 10 years straight.
Exactly.
She got blessed with some good genes.
Wow, not even just Trish, bro. Stacy Keibler, all them girls. They literally
they all look damn near the same.
Exactly. Right. And they're in their fucking 50s.
And that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Trish turns 50 soon, bro.
That woman looks more in shape than she was in her younger age. And I mean, that's still saying something. Like
right now, if you look up the
word, bro, take care of your health and stuff. You watch what you're doing and stuff. Like it could really do some things for you. Like Trish is really presenting this stuff. She does that yoga stuff, and she's been bulking up to get prepared for this fight coming up. Yeah. So I mean, she's been putting some work into this stuff. And I mean,
does Trish have a daughter or a son? Trish have a daughter or a son?
She got a daughter.
She has ball.
Can you imagine her daughter when she gets older and she has friends coming over to the house?
I have a 4-year-old. I can't even imagine anything like that right now. Even though Trish, yes, his grandchild looks more like her.
Yo, yes, Trish Stratus, man, just been
They better
fine
take that
ever since.
OnlyFans account and just throw it away before she
Attitude.
gets older.
Man, come on, now, who would pay $50 a month for Trish Stratus OnlyFans?
Nah, backlash or money.
I'll put it in the savings.
I'm sorry. How much, KB?
I said $50 a month for Trish Stratus OnlyFans.
Ain't no OnlyFans $50, homie. I'm sorry.
No.
See, I don't know.
The most expensive I've seen was like
If
25.
Trish is like legit, like revealing on OnlyFans, sorry, subscription.
Go.
Tyler, I don't know why you.
At least I'm the only one that
Y'all know
KB, I swear to God, don't do it.
It's like full on.
I don't know why you asking
on this OnlyFans.
Don't just shut up, KB. Shut the hell up. Shut up. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
So hold up. If Isla Dawn had an OnlyFans, you wouldn't partake.
Don't pay for Jamie Hater.
Why y'all gotta do me like that? Why?
Because you're my brother / tag team partner. I can do that. That's why.
Let's move on.
All right, let's move on, you guys.
On Trish right now. Oof, watch out now.
Bret Hart, you guys. WWE Hall of Famer has been in the news for the last couple of days over the recent remarks that he had made about, pro wrestling. He just basically rolled his eyes on what today's wrestling is. He just thinks it's just a joke. And I want to go on, Warren. He said, "Oh my God!"
I say this every week, bro. Let them go first.
Okay, all right.
Let them go.
First. Whoever want to go first, KB. Want to go?
Sure, why not?
I remember me and Tyler had this argument when we first met each other.
Bret Hart, right? I love and respect the Hitman. Probably one of the best technical wrestlers to ever lace up a pair of boots. I give him all credit, all respect in the world. He graduated from the legendary Hart family dungeon. We all know the story of Bret Hart. You could put Bret Hart in damn near any era of professional wrestling, he'll be one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. Put him in today's era, he'll be great. But come on now, Bret. How you gonna talk all that shit about today's professional wrestling? It's a new day. I mean, it's not like when you were doing your thing with trying to make Lex Luger look good back in the day. I mean, come on, we all know that was a job within itself trying to make Mr. Stars and Stripes look good.
Mr. Stars and Stripes.
Hey, you look, Tyler, you lucky. Tyler, you lucky I didn't say the narcissist Lex Luger.
Oh God, ew.
Exactly. My point exactly. So let me stick to Stars and Stripes. But Bret, I heard what you said about Mox. I mean, come on now. You're entitled to your opinion. I respect your opinion, but Bret, come on now, man. Today is just some things you just gotta just hush on, just shush. Just enjoy your life in Canada with your fine ass wife. Congratulations, by the way. And just leave today's wrestling to today's sports. What I was about to say sports entertainers. God, today's professional wrestlers. That's all I'm going to say about Bret. Love you, respect you. The sharpshooter is used by everybody, but just hush.
Okay, Courtney.
It really has this conversation with so many people. I mean, I've had this numerous times with people in the locker rooms and stuff like that. The only thing I could say about it, and Bret's had a problem with the Attitude Era. Like, honestly, Bret's always had a problem with, introducing, comedy and stuff into wrestling. And, I mean, there's guys that we talk about. I very vaguely, and I talk about the Young Bucks more than anybody on here. And I say numerous times they make wrestling a joke at times. I'm old school. I like the storytellings. I like where the moves matter and the movement, the placement of the matches and stuff like that. I'm very keen on finding those things. Mm-hmm. Now, this is, oh my God, here he goes again. This motherfucker. All right. I'm over, bitch. That's almost there. But Literally, it's just a matter of the generations is always going to change. It's like sports, basketball. Everybody talks about, the Michael Jordan and LeBron James stuff. Honestly, there is no comparison between these two. There's two generations completely. There's one generation that don't play defense. There's one generation that plays like it was a football league. Like, it's just two different things that you find in every type of aspect of life. Movies, honestly, as great a graphics we have in movies, we have failure of being creative to find movies. We go to the 90 eras that relate to stuff like this. It's just going to be a recycled thing over and over again every single life cycle. I will speak on it very well. I watch wrestling for moves that matter. If you watch my matches, if I do a crossbody, I'm not doing 4 to 5 crossbodies. I'm doing 1. And if it's not going to pin you to 2, then I'm not even going to consider to do it, because it is a move to make you strong. As a babyface, that is supposed to be what we call the shun moment. Those are things that I say that really do need a representation back. Great example with Dante, the one that hurt himself in the Ring of Honor show. Doing these moves, that's what really deteriorates and messes your body up. Yes, me and Tyler have had this conversation plenty of times. There's different styles of wrestling. People watch it a different way. Tyler has grown up watching with New Japan Wrestling, so that type of style is what he references as wrestling. Us, the U.S. audience, 9 times out of 10, everybody's watched WWE or WCW or something like that, and that is a different way of we look at wrestling. So it's just a matter of how you watch it and how it's presented to you. That's all I can say on it. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
In my case, I grew up with the original ECW, so yeah.
That is not wrestling. We could have conversations.
I with all due respect, that was nothing but glorified fighting, bro. That's all that was.
I could have conversations for days about ECW, bro.
That was, and honestly, that was Bret Hart's complaint. It wasn't wrestling in general. It was specifically Jon Moxley and his death matches. That was Bret Hart's complaint. And to be honest, knowing what he grew up with, it's a valid complaint. If you don't like deathmatch wrestling the same way Bret Hart doesn't, he said something that isn't new. Don't even bother trying to watch it, because you're gonna hate yourself. That was all Bret Hart was saying. I don't know why it got turned into something it wasn't.
Everybody's going to turn somebody's words for something. I mean, think of this.
He's simply just an old technical wrestler that doesn't like death matches, as are a lot of guys.
I still respect Bret Hart and his contribution to pro wrestling.
Everybody's going to have a say in something, and that's just like how
everybody
till the end of time.
Yeah, everybody got a say so into this. Bret Hart just grew up in a time where wrestling was took very serious. Bret Hart said it over numerous years that he felt like WWE or wrestling, but WWE particularly, it was just the circuit. It was just more so not taken serious. It was more entertainment than pro wrestling. So, Bret Hart, like you said, man, he's a veteran. He, got his opinions on what he have on it. But just like Tyler was saying, though, it was kind of like pointed to Jon Moxley, and if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But as far as Bret Hart, he did grow up in a different era, but definitely wrestling has evolved now.
I mean, if you think about the Hart Dungeon, that was like a damn near death match right there. If anybody really seen the
settings of how they were training, I think that's why he hates it so bad.
Because I think it gives him flashbacks in a way, and that's something
he be getting PTSD and shit.
He probably does get flashbacks,
I could show y'all some old ass documentaries that I've seen, like from actual people that have been in the Hart Dungeon and stuff, and that is some crazy stuff. I'm not even gonna lie, I couldn't even probably last in some of that stuff that they were doing. Like it was some deep mess, and I mean, the way they praise death matches and stuff, like I said, is just different. I think the way people love death matches because they feel like it's more real. Because you're not going to fake hit somebody with light tubes and stuff like that. It's something that looks more real than us punching or kicking and all that stuff. And the thigh slaps, I absolutely hate that stuff. I literally stiff the person I work with if they do a thigh slap. I say that before we even get in a match, period. I hate that crap more than anything. If you don't kick me, don't do no damn thigh slap. That's just weird. I think when everybody figured out how to do that, that's what really killed that move in so many ways. It's just the fact of the motions and just how you watch it. That's the only way I can go with it. I mean,
Hey, Blackheart made a great point though. Kurt Angle also said the same thing.
exactly.
Yeah, Kurt said the same thing
Kurt
about
said the
deathmatch
same
wrestling,
thing,
so I don't get why
mean,
Brett got to get
we
crucified.
can't get too down.
You know, Brett's got to get his seconds of fame in there, man. As good as Brett was, Brett is very opinionated a lot of things. That's why he's not allowed on podcasts and stuff. Because a lot of his stuff gets switches over, and you're going to absolutely hate Brett like you hate somebody else. Like, it's just that type of thing.
I mean, Bret Hart did grow up pretty much in the wrestling capital of the world, Canada.
Name 5 death matches that Bret Hart was in. Maybe all in Hart done. I don't know.
Right?
He was in WCW. That sounded like a death match.
I mean, no one. That was a death sentence for Bret Hart. Everybody knows he only went to WCW because Bischoff paid him damn near what, $5 million.
Bret was almost getting the best contract out of all of them. So
Yeah.
we can't really get mad about that one.
Nope.
No,
Yeah,
you really can't, because Britt will always exemplify the best there is, the best there was, and the best there will.
there ever will be.
A lot of things Bret didn't want to put people over. I do know that. One.
Did he?
When he got to WCW, he didn't want to put a lot of people over.
Because Bret felt he was better than pretty much the majority of the roster in WCW.
But still, it's about creating your characters to expand the brand, the product. Yes, Bret Hart, you're a big name and stuff like that, but you want to keep the future growing. And that's something that WCW really failed on, was they had politics and they just were like that favoritism, and that was what they were sticking with. That's why thousands of people were in the NWO, because literally that was the only way somebody was going to win a match, if you got in with the NWO or something like that. That's what killed that brand, in my opinion.
Oh, Warren, is that plus you had a lot of people had guaranteed contracts back then.
That too, yep.
Just think
But Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Sorry.
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hogan.
See, I think Jericho is like behind all the different styles, because Jericho respects that there's going to be so many different types.
Yeah,
I think
Jericho. Hold up. Jericho did one with Nick Gage on Dynamite.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, the pizza cutter.
The
He was
pizza
it.
cutter
He
into
was
the
it.
Domino's ad. Legendary.
I don't know. You see him smiling.
I don't know if there was really that much stiff in the 90s. I mean, when I watch a lot of matches, it wasn't really just stiff. It was just a hit or that. It's not like it was a snug or anything. Like, it was a make-believe hit, or was that at least just
my personal favorite wrestler back in the day was Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect.
So when I got into wrestling, bro, I want to know if y'all remember these guys. Brad Armstrong and Tim Horner. Those were the two guys I followed more than anything when I got into wrestling. Those were the mechanic guys that I literally just felt attached to. And, I mean, those two literally just in the wrong era, in my honest opinion. Right now, to this era, they would probably been your top guys that have been on all time. But they were more of the enhancement characters and stuff like that. But the different style of wrestling, Bret Hart, Bret Hart's going to talk about whatever he wants to talk about, as much as he doesn't like who that or he doesn't like the title or something like that. It's just something that he's going to have.
And a lot of legends don't watch the AEW programming, so there's that too.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna say to what Courtney just said. A lot of the legends are just used to just what they grew up on, and like how all of you guys said, and I just said, the business has evolved. We all was talking we all had feelings when the Undertaker said how soft the wrestling business was, when he was just like everybody back there, just play video games and stuff like that. So everybody got their own opinion because of the time that they came up in the wrestling business, and how grown men was done. They told a bunch of stories though, from people having knives and all this other stuff. So it's a different time from now though.
I can't lie about that one. It's there.
Your point, like you said, it's a different day. Men today play video games. Men during the days of the Undertaker did cocaine.
Exactly. Speaking of
Still
cocaine and
beef.
all the amazing stories of that, Dark Side of the Ring is returning with season four.
That it will be
Uh,
revealed right there.
I gotta give you guys thoughts on it. I gotta give you guys thoughts on
That is one hell of a segue. As soon as I said cocaine,
That's a way to
it.
present yourself into this. The one that is going to strike me the most is Abdullah the Butcher and Marty Jannetty.
Junkyard Dog is gonna be a favorite to see because that was my mom's favorite wrestler.
Who?
The Junkyard Dog.
Oh yeah, Junkyard Dog. I mean, I'm
Mm.
curious how what they're gonna do with that one, and I really hope they don't make him look really bad in this one. I mean, Chris Candido and Sonny. I'm pretty sure everybody has an idea of what that behind the scenes is going to talk about. The clown. It depends on which one.
So
if
it
it's
says right
Bourne-
there they're going off of Matt Bourne. Yeah,
Oh shit!
that's not.
I just want to
No.
know what's going to be the truism that they talk about, and not just these things just to keep those ratings grow. That's something that really has pissed me off with these Dark Side of the Rings. Like there's some of these ones that some of the guys I knew personally, and they really put them completely under the bus, and really just changed words from the guys that they were interviewing stuff like that. So that part, I'm very cautious to watch when it regards to these things. That was something that I was worried about when they did the main episode that I was really excited about with Dark Side of the Ring last time was the Benoit episode, because I really wanted to know if there was anything extra that they had. They didn't have anything. That's the only part that pissed me off. They did 2 parts and no extra info that we already knew. That was something that really upsetted me, because I'm like, you built this episode so much. You had to have some extra more details into this. And it was they really could not find anything else. So it's just a matter of who they're having speak on it, and actually what real words are coming out of those people's mouths to dictate and talk about the scenarios that are happening.
I think the one thing that catches my eye the most is Chris Candido. A lot of people don't know about Chris Candido, but Candido was ahead of his time. He was one of the best technical wrestlers in professional wrestling for a long
Outside
period
of
of
wrestling
time.
is the biggest dirtbag.
Outside of wrestling,
I'm gonna say outside of wrestling, homie, what had to be a.
Bro, he's had death threats out of the locker rooms.
Now we all
That's wild.
Now we all know Tammy Lynn Cinch, aka Sonny. We all know her story. I mean, come on. I'll leave.
I'm gonna breeze past.
I'll leave
Sorry,
that.
I
It's
had
just
to get that
yeah.
out.
So Warren, I looked it up for you. So Matt Bourne was the first person to ever play Doink.
Yeah.
Really?
So they're going off of that. Oh God, I'm not.
And I think you have an idea of what they're probably going to talk about too.
Yeah, I probably do.
And that's the weirdest part about all those guys. CTE was a big thing about half of those guys on the list. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to see what they're going to approach with that. I mean, anyone with Sonny, you knew that was bad news regardless. But Abdullah the Butcher is going to be the one that I'm really more entwined with, because if anybody remembers, I think it was the first season when they talked about Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
Abdullah the Butcher was a
such
part
a-
of certain things that happened in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And he denied a lot of. So that is the one that I'm really more interested to know, because Abdullah still lies to this day about a lot of stuff that happened overseas.
Of course he does.
I mean, Grant, it's the same guy who lied about having, what was it? It was something that it was some sort of disease he had, and he bled and could have actually exposed his opponent to it. And thankfully his opponent
that was in
didn't get it.
Japan, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I think I know. I can't think of what disease you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I think it was in Japan.
I'm not one of these into
Rose
Dark
rules.
Side of the Ring at all, because like Warren said, a lot of the stories they're telling is a bunch of damn lies. So yeah, if I watched, it'd probably be Junkyard Dog. Ooh.
Courtney, we can't. We
Yeah,
can't.
here it is. He had hepatitis C.
There
Yeah.
it is. Courtney, but we cannot deny there's 2 episodes of Dark Side of the Ring that's gonna make anyone cry. I don't care who you are. Owen Hart and Chris Benoit. We all know those two
Yeah,
dark episodes will make anyone cry.
the Chris Benoit I think really hooked me on to Dark Side of the Ring because I don't, that was when I was but a teenager, and the Chris Benoit thing really happened, broke out in 2007. But when they made the whole documentary series surrounding that
The one
episode,
about
was like,
Eddie, I
okay.
thought was the shocking one when they put
Oh
Eddie
God,
into that 2
Oh,
parts
and another
because
one.
the
What's
stuff
the
was
other guy
behind the
name?
scenes and that actually happened.
Man, New Jack. That's another one. That's another great episode that I
New
enjoyed.
Jack one actually the New Jack one actually kind of
That
made me
one was
laugh.
real. Everything about him was real. He was not shy to tell anything about his life.
Tell him again. A lot of people think New Jack is fake.
He
No,
believed
New
his
Jack
character,
was
bro,
real.
and he legit was that character. I remember there was a guy that I've wrestled, and he told me he actually threatened New Jack before they even got out to the ring because he knew New Jack had spikes and stuff like that in his bag. Like he wouldn't tell his guys that he was working that he was doing these things. Like he was gonna do this in the match, and so while they will sell whatever, he's gonna hit them instantly because they can't have no control to move away from it. And I remember a couple of guys literally had a gun waiting on New Jack when they got in the back. Those are the sad things about some of the older wrestling, man. Like that's the one bad thing about it, man. Wrestling was when I got into this thing, man, I heard so many stories about what would happen. I've seen some of them. I'm not going to say any names or anything, but it's like it's out there, and I'm kind of glad that we do have the new era that they just care about video games, CrossFit, and stuff like that because of what I've seen in this business type standpoint. But
yes, sir.
I mean, Dark Side of the Ring, it could be a hit or miss. It only matters what knowledge and what information they're and what sources they're getting. But who knows? We all feed on what dirt sheets and stuff say, so it's kind of the same thing and kind of the same analogy.
Yeah, kind of. All right, you guys, man, we're gonna move on here on the show. The WWE draft is coming up. Any big old predictions that you got for the draft? Any things that you are mainly excited for? I'm gonna go with Warren right now because my guy Warren brought up the topic to me and was like, we could do something maybe fantasy draft or just some interesting inputs on the WWE draft this year.
I'd bring back Eugene.
Eugene?
Yeah, man, he was so underrated, bro. He could do anything. Literally, bro. Like, that dude really could have done anything. I loved that character.
Wow, I haven't heard that name in so long.
Bro, Eugene was my guy. I loved Eugene.
Okay. Well, whoever else, what you guys' thoughts? I'm gonna go with KB or Courtney or Tyler right after that on the
It's about
WWE
time.
draft.
Well, I'm a gentleman, so I insist the lady goes first.
All right, so let's see. Nick Dizemore as Eugene. Warren, really? Sorry,
Wrong people.
I just saw that.
Hey, man, that Forrest
actually-
Gump scene made him gold right there. That's all I need to say.
Wow.
Let's see. I would call up some NXTers like I don't know, Carmelo Hayes. I would put him on my roster.
He's got the title right now.
I say that's too quick.
I know.
Yeah, I thought Carmelo Hayes would have been a perfect choice, but right when he won the NXT Championship at Stand and Deliver, it seems like he's going to be down to NXT a little longer. The one I do really see coming up is Braun Breaker.
He's a heel.
Yes.
No comment.
Oh yeah, he
I mean-
did turn heel recently.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, would it be a positive thing for NXT if Carmelo Hayes did present the title on a product?
I mean, they kind of sort of did that with Kevin Owens in a way.
I
though,
mean, especially if they did it on like the USA Network type scenario because NXT is on the USA Network.
I mean, there's several NXT champions who's been called up as champion. I think Cross has been called up as champion. Kevin Owens was called up as champion. Trying to think.
I hate to be that I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna have to be
No,
that
you don't.
guy. They
No, you
rec-
don't.
they recent hold up. They recently tried that formula of giving it to somebody who was gonna work both on USA, or both nights on USA, and it didn't work. And no, and it's not because of him. It's because of, well, it was booked kind of horribly, and it was this man, this blonde guy. Forget his name.
Oh, dogs. Oh, Mr. Ziggles.
Yeah, it was him. So they just tried that. Think what, last year, 2 years ago, and it didn't work. So I don't think they'll do it again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Well,
say it like this: if Warren gets Eugene back, can we get the Godfather back?
Oh, Trade! Sorry, I had to let it out.
My
I'm just saying a 2023 version of the Godfather. Can we get that back? And if he gets Eugene, we should get the Godfather.
kiss my mother, KB.
Bruh, I'm not doing that. I don't play for that team. Call up Paige, and then she'll probably do it. But anyway,
I'ma fight your ass.
Oh, shit.
I'ma fight you for real.
Hey, why
oh
don't
man.
we just call up Warren to Raw? There we go. There's one of my
So-
favorite guys.
Call up Warren to Monday Night Raw.
but seriously, though, y'all, this should be the number one pick for SmackDown on Raw. And we be sleeping on this man. It's all in the name of people power.
I'm gonna fight. Nope, KB, get him out. Cut his mic. Cut his mic. He's over. He's done. Cut his mic. Cut his mic.
Really?
But seriously, though, all jokes aside, the draft doesn't mean anything unless you're splitting those championships, preferably the world and tag team titles. So, what does the draft really mean? If you have both of those titles, it's still going to be considered one championship.
And then don't we have to factor in that Vince McMahon is over creative now? So half of these people probably won't have a job when the draft comes or soon after the draft, which is sad.
I agree with Courtney on that one. That's the part that makes me kind of worrisome. After the draft is over, let's say like 60 days after the draft is over with, what happens to some of these people? Be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say that. The problem is, it looks like Endeavor is already trying to transition Vince into like more of a remote role in terms of creative. He can't make shit on the fly no more.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That's what it seems though, and it seems though that Triple H may, remain in control. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but what me looking at SmackDown when Triple H said he had a huge announcement, I was like, Triple H, come on, man, don't come out there and be repetitive in a way. You came out there on Monday Night Raw and you said, the whole deal about the UFC and WWE Endeavor and WrestleMania. He came out there and said, yo, WrestleMania was awesome, and then we're gonna do the draft. I think the biggest question that the fans want him to say or to hear some reassurance that he's gonna stay in control of the creative and everything's going to be all right, because after last week's Monday Night Raw that was completely just horrible, fans were just like, I don't know about this. But then SmackDown turned out pretty well. SmackDown was really, really awesome. But I think Triple H is probably going to stay in control. I think that would be best for business, and Endeavor is just trying to keep Vince McMahon on for his genius role of pro wrestling.
He's got his name on it still. That's all it is.
But
we'll see what y'all think it is. If Roman, when Roman does
What a way to
drafted,
promote
which
Summer
he gets
Survivor
drafted,
Series.
it
What if
needs
you
to
had Vince and Triple H separate each other and put it on brands?
now that could work.
That could work as a great story.
Say that again.
Vince on one brand, Triple H on the other.
and Hunter on
That's
the
what
other.
your draft.
That could work.
No, it wouldn't, because whatever brand Vince against, motherfuckers are gonna tune out.
Exactly.
Well, I'm just
I
saying,
see that going to be.
UFC's looking at ratings, and obviously they reacted instantly after that debacle from the Raw after Mania, which
With all due respect, as someone who's had to deal with Endeavor since they took over the UFC back in 2017, I want to say, There's only one thing Endeavor care about. It ain't TV ratings. It ain't
money.
people. No, it's fucking money. That's all they care about. This is the same company that gave Dana White a pay raise after he had a domestic dispute with his freaking wife. They don't care about no TV crap. They got ESPN Plus and bull crap. All they care about is how they line their pockets with money. That's all. That's why they made Vince move to an office.
Well, this
so you mean they only need Mercedes Monet?
That's crazy.
This is just my way of thinking. But whatever show Roman gets drafted to, if Roman gets drafted to Raw, it should be known that he would have to surrender the Universal Championship and vice versa.
Man, he's sticking to SmackDown. Stop it.
Okay, well, if he stays on
Roman's
SmackDown,
already said he wants to stay on SmackDown.
then he needs to surrender the WWE Championship then.
I say Roman Reigns will probably stay on SmackDown. He probably would keep both championships, which I would love if they split them. You know,
Exactly.
I think that would be a great.
They're not going to split until that 1,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty. That sounds possible, but I feel like Roman Reigns would keep both belts. The only thing that needs to be split for real is the tag team championships. I think the tag team.
That's the one I disagree with completely.
I think they should keep that because you got Sami
because the tag division is still in rebuild mode. They're still in rebuild mode, so you might as well keep it. Yeah.
I mean, how many main events have we seen in WrestleMania that you at least seen a tag team match end off even if it's a night one, whatever, but it be a main event.
DJ in the building.
You can't be mad with that.
Y'all got me dying.
DJ Scrap.
But some more definitely call ups though for the NXT. I can see Braun Breaker. What's my guy name?
Cameron Grimes.
Cameron Grimes is definitely a one. I was hearing Pretty Deadly was supposed to make their debut last week on Monday Night Raw throughout the whole Seth Rollins segment.
It would work with Seth. I like it.
Say it again.
I said I think they could work together with Seth. The way
they gotta tie up a little story in NXT.
Seth is worn now. Come on.
Yeah.
I would have to see where it goes though. Pretty Deadly is they gotta continue to grow on me though. I don't know. I don't know about
They're just tying up a loose end in NXT. Don't worry.
Now, some people are talking about Roxanne coming up, and it's too soon. She's too young.
Way too soon.
Exactly, it's way too soon. She needs another year to.
What do you mean by it's one-sided?
Yeah. Who are you, Rizzo? Anyway, yeah, Roxy or Roxanne Perez. I like to still refer to her as Roxy because that fits her better. I think she got another year in NXT and to grow her brand. And not only that, she recently battled with anxiety, and that's a hard issue. So she'll be on NXT for another year, maybe.
I say until probably the Rumble. Give her a good presentation and stuff like that.
We can all agree as long as Lash Legend or what's the other dude that's working on the polls in NXT and shit? What's his
Which
name?
one? Quincy.
Yeah. As long as they don't come up in the draft, we all we're fine.
Hey man, they're gonna bring sexual chocolate back, and that's gonna be his tag team partner.
That homie was twerking on the ring post, homie.
That is an insult to Mark Henry.
One guy we did not mention,
and Billy and Chuck all in one. My goodness, you imagine that faction.
One guy we did not mention who's having a awesome NXT career is Grayson Waller, though. But he's having a matchup in a feud with Carmelo Hayes. How you guys feel about Grayson Waller, though? And Waller is the number one contender for the NXT Championship.
I mean, he was the best choice in my opinion. It's easy, cheap heat magnet. If you want to get Melo as a face, he's the perfect first opponent.
Yes.
I mean, there's not much else to say. I mean, Waller's just damn good at what he does. I hate him for it, but he's good.
You know, when I first saw Grayson Waller, I thought that he was a Dollar Tree version of Miz.
Don't even
Shut
mention
up.
that fool's name. Shiz.
No, I seriously.
Wait, Warren, thank you. I've been calling the Miz mid for years, and people just call me crazy. I swear.
No, I swear. No, I swear. I'm sorry, not Dollar Tree. That's an insult to Dollar Tree. I thought he was a 99-cent store version of Miz when I first saw him.
Mother.
If he would stop wearing like the long shorts like he has, I know that's his comfort thing, whatever. But he really could more that showcase thing, and I think that's why a lot of people crack jokes on him. He is phenomenal in the ring, like very skilled. Like kid can go. Grayson Waller, if you need somebody to be presented as a babyface, you put Grayson Waller against anyone on that roster, and he helps that character. Braun Breaker, you had fans caring about Braun Breaker again because of Grayson Waller. Like Grayson Waller brings an effect to bring an emotional feeling for people to go, I don't care for that guy, but if he's going against you, I'm for it. It's kind of like how we see sports. Like someone has that one team. Great example. Everybody hated Tom Brady's team. Regardless of who that team was playing against, you picked that team to beat Tom Brady. That is who Grayson Waller is. Grayson Waller is a guy that you literally will always pick against. And he is always somebody who's going to give you a good deliverance in a match standpoint. So, I mean,
Warren, you just gave me an idea. Warren, my man, you just gave me an idea. When is this? When is this championship match happening? Somebody help me out here.
2 weeks from now, spring break-in.
Okay, well, Warren, you just gave me a great idea. What about Grayson Waller getting drafted as bring him up as the Miz's protege? Just a thought.
No, stop it.
He looks like
now.
a monkey then.
I'm just saying. After he does this thing,
KB, name one person of the past 4 or 5 years who's benefited from being associated with the Miz. Name one.
Alex
Paul.
I was about to say Alex Riley. Never mind.
Oh, wait, time out. Whoever said Logan Paul, with all due respect, Logan Paul literally got turned on in his first match, so you can get that mess out of here. Anyone else?
Miz turned into a babyface for that moment.
Bo Dallas?
Okay. I'm sorry. If the B team benefited from them, why they got fired?
I was joking.
They literally had no other option for them, though. Honestly,
literally, that's all that was. That's all it was. You had nothing else for them to do, so you put them with the Miz. The Miz is what I call a charisma vacuum.
Like, they really had nothing else after they were with Mahal for so long. Like it was just like. It's just that it's hot at that time, and then after it deteriorates, that's it. I mean, there's tons of tag teams that have had that problem. But Waller, bro, don't be surprised. If he loses that spring break thing or whatever, he might be drafted. I think it's about time for him.
Yeah, he's just consistent. Like, he's one of the few guys that I can say never needed a championship to end up getting called up. He's one of the few just because he's that good.
Hey, I agree. I definitely agree with you guys, man. For real. We're gonna move on, man, to a couple of more topics though. We're gonna move on to the next one. A new member possibly maybe joining the bloodline though. A new member possibly joining the bloodline. I gotta go around and give you guys thoughts on this new member possibly.
If he slows down, he'd be really nasty in the ring.
And as Rikishi, shout out to my guy Blackheart for all the details though. Rikishi posted on his profile that he got a son out there that don't nobody know of that maybe could be a new member of the bloodline.
Rikishi just needs to put in his pants, man.
What'd you say?
That's why. Hold on. 'Cause I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I gotta say this real quick. So this guy, if I'm not mistaken, is Miko Fatu.
Yep.
Who keep in mind, just officially graduated from that wrestling school that Rikishi has in February.
With Alpha Sika? Yep.
Yeah, he just graduated from Knox Pro in February. So that means that if he wants to get to WWE, he's going to have another, 2-3 years minimum under his belt? And he's the middle child of Rikishi's kids. There's the Usos who are the oldest. there's Miko, and then there's Mr. Solo Sikoa. So he's in the middle, and he's just getting to wrestling.
I mean, Solo didn't have more than 2 years.
Wait, how many
What?
kids?
Hold on. Wait, stop.
About 11,000.
What did he say?
I'm sorry to tell you this, sir.
Yeah, I want him to have a title run.
Solo actually got. Hold up. Solo got to NXT after 4 years on the independent team.
That's right.
As Sefa Fatu.
Haku, I think. Damn, I'm trying to remember. I remember Rikishi's been trying to push him for a minute because he's bigger than most of the guys his kids. Haku, honestly, he reminds me. He looks more like Rikishi's tag team partner than does Rikishi, in my opinion. So they might need to look at that eventually. He looks just like Haku completely.
Dude.
I mean, damn. Like when you see pop picture back up, that's Haku's face.
Who? Which one?
Rikishi's youngest child. Put a picture of him right now. I guarantee you look at him and put a picture of Haku together, they're damn near the same.
I gotta see this.
Wait, you saying Solo compared to?
Oh my god!
Tell me if I'm lying.
Yo.
Wait, which one? Which one?
That is that is King Haku.
Bro, that looks just like Haku.
That is wild.
I don't know who this.
How deep is this damn dynasty? My God, is it like?
Greg, you remember the tag team partner that Rikishi had? It was like
Yeah.
Haku. You remember Haku, right?
Yeah, King Haku. Yeah.
Put a picture of him with that child next to him, and you tell me who that boy looks like.
Wait, which one? Solo? Mika? Which one?
The newer one, the newest one.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the one. Oh, so Miko.
Miko looks just like him. Completely.
I'm looking at this myself. So if I pull up, I got Miko right here, and I'm gonna pull up. Hold up, I'm gonna pull up King Haku. What the fuck?
Then we
Hello?
him.
He did.
Hold up. In fact, Court, I got you. Hold on.
Okay, all right.
I'm about to text it to you.
Bloodline, Peru, bloodline, blue.
That motherfucker really look like Haku for real, bro. That's not funny.
Yeah, y'all telling me I'm not lying?
He really do.
You're not.
No, that's not funny.
Somebody donated something on that one.
But Warren, you know what the killer?
That man look like King Haku for real.
But you know what the killer part of the whole thing is? Roman Reigns is not the best one of this current crop of Samoan dynasty. I think it's
Hell
Jacob
no.
Fatu. I think it's Jacob Fatu.
Oh,
Courtney, what you think
All
of
right.
all of this? Real fast. What you think of all of this, Courtney, and this new member possibly?
we're doing the Mars show up in here.
Is he the father?
Rikishi,
If you
your
want,
baby.
Courtney, hold up. If you want a father, throw your wands in the sky.
God.
Rikishi was getting desperate to get this bloodline more expanded.
Man, we already got too many members as it is already, and they don't even have the tag championships anymore. So when are they gonna get beat up by Roman? I'm still waiting on that.
I mean, the cracks are showing. Solo's the only one he's favoring right now, so who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah.
That's just funny though.
The annoy, however you say it, family dynasty runs way deep, farther than we knew. So it's
Samoa's going to take over wrestling for a long time. It looks like.
Yeah, I'm about to say, make it worse because Jacob Fatu got about 6 children.
Yes, bro, they multiplied nonstop. John the Uso, he's got like 2 to 3 kids. Jay has
One of them had. Yeah, Jimmy has. I think they both have 2 each.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rock's got 3 or 4. He's got 1 daughter.
Yeah, Rock's got 3.
They're all daughters, luckily. He ain't got no boys on his side.
Get him.
Roman got 5.
Roman's got twins
Roman
right
got
now.
6.
Roman's got 2 little baby twins, along with 3 other kids. Bro, wrestling's gonna be taken over by Samoans for a while.
So they all just gonna get together at one point and just fucking just take over like this is our house.
This is gonna be Samoan entertainment.
So hold up, does Solo have any kids yet?
I think he's got 1.
No, he doesn't have any kids of his own. He doesn't have any kids of his own, but he's got 2 step kids.
He just got married.
The dynasty continues,
bro. That's they gotta watch out.
Yeah, could you imagine the stories of
Courtney's playing freeze again.
I have to ask this question. Is it a law within the Anoa'i family you have to have at least 3 kids? This has to be a law.
It gotta be.
Bruh. How you think that island just keeps adapting? You got him multiply. That's gonna be a wrestling federation. The island WWE.
No, the SWF, the Samoan Wrestling Federation, for over 60 years.
That's ridiculous.
Nothing but
superstars. The Samoan dynasty is just gonna keep getting, stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. I was always interested in a woman maybe joining the bloodline, but I mean that got shot down so many times because people was like, "Oh, Naomi," but then Naomi's not part of the family. But Tamina, but
she's
I don't know.
married in the
Rock's daughter.
Yeah,
the Rock's daughter.
It's too early for her right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ava, but she's Sue Green.
Who knows? In the next 2 years, we could see Ava Raine being NXT Women's Champion. Then the dynasty continues.
No, the hell you won't.
I don't know. With that schism thing, I don't know.
The schism is dead, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, but I seen them on NXT though. I thought they got released though. They
requested. So it turns out they requested, and so far they're not granting it.
Okay.
So we might F around see a whole nother Mustafa Ali situation, and I'm not prepared for it.
Tyler, you need to catch up to the Samoan dynasty, man. Light Skin Nation needs to catch up to the Samoan dynasty.
Dog, I'm sorry, KB. We are never catching up. Do you hear me? Never.
That's like the Samoans, man. They just taking up.
It's like I'm sorry, and Warren, you're gonna get this joke. You're gonna get this joke hella quick. It's like if you pour water on them, they multiply. This shit is getting out of hand.
What you saying? They gremlins or something?
Get them boys out the way.
The Samoan dynasty is not gremlins.
Are you KB? Name one logical way they keep multiplying that quickly.
No condoms.
They ain't doing like Frozen, man. They ain't letting them go.
That
Moana it's something serious now. It's like, now we say welcome.
I mean, it's obvious. One Roman Reigns is making his wife acknowledge him, and he wants 2 more kids. His wife can have to acknowledge him 2 more times.
He already got 5, motherfucker.
He wants 2 more. I'm telling you.
There's no way in here. I nope.
Rock's like 50 something, and he has 2 little girls. Like
exactly.
If you can make them, I guess he's getting them.
I dig it, man. I dig it all the way, for real. All right, we're gonna move on to this next topic, man. We seen Cody Rhodes come out on Monday Night Raw this past Monday after coming up short at WrestleMania, falling big short. A lot of people was hoping Cody Rhodes would dethrone Roman Reigns. Well, in fact, that Cody Rhodes came out there and got a beat up from Brock Lesnar, and now he's challenged Brock Lesnar to a one-on-one match. Courtney, I gotta ask you, do you think Cody Rhodes stand a chance against Brock Lesnar, going up against Brock Lesnar and climbing the ladder or getting back up to that, position to challenge Roman Reigns back for the Universal Championship, for the, undisputed championship? Yeah.
She might have had to refresh.
Okay. Did you hear me with that? Did you get the question, Tyler?
What we got?
Okay, I don't think people quite heard me though, but Cody Rhodes has challenged Brock Lesnar after coming up short at WrestleMania. Do you guys think
Go ahead now.
Cody Rhodes stands a chance against Brock Lesnar in making his way back up the ladder to try to dethrone Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship?
I have said this on so many occasions. Well, in the past 10 days, I've said this so many times. The whole story of Cody working his way back to the championship, I don't care. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It really doesn't. So Brock versus Cody, they can have a good match in Puerto Rico. Yay. I don't care.
Okay.
Basically, anything between now and SummerSlam is basically meaningless because you know what's about to happen. Cody's gonna work his way through this one, that one, this one, that one. SummerSlam, he gets the championships 3 months after he was supposed to get it. So none of this to me makes sense. None of this to me makes sense. I honestly don't care. So it is what it is.
Okay, so you was a big fan of Cody Rhodes winning the championship at WrestleMania.
It would have made perfect sense to me. I'm not really a fan of Cody, but
Yes, he would.
the story would have made sense.
Okay, okay. I dig it. I dig it. Tyler, what you think?
Basically, it's just a run back of the John Cena story when John couldn't get it done against The Rock. The only difference is that they're doing it in a shorter time frame. Do I understand the sentiment? Yes, because Cody lost 6 months of his career. You feel like you need to build him up a different way than you wanted to. Was this the way to go about it, in my opinion? No. I think what should have happened is okay, you can have Cody get screwed, blah, 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 blah. But then he gets his rematch sooner than when you are planning, and he's the reason why Roman can't reach his record. That's what I would have personally done. Is that the way they're doing it? No. Because they're going to wait until SummerSlam so that way Roman can break 2 records, which, by the way, for those of y'all who don't know, apparently he is on track, if he makes it to SummerSlam, to break not only, I think it's Pedro Morales' record of 1,027 days or something like that. He's also on pace. Hold up, KB, gets even worse. He's also on course to break the record set by CM Punk of 434 days as WWE champion, because that was the longest reign in the past, decade and a half?
25 in the past 20 years.
Something like that, yeah. So they're going to do that, stretch it out to then, so Roman can break 2 records and then have Cody get his moment. I hate it, but at the same time, I understand because you wanted him to be, because you're treating him like he's Cena. So whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, and that was your word of Zen from Light Skin Nation.
Kiss my ass.
Courtney, what you think?
Well, I think maybe this is actually pure genius right here because you put a feud within a feud in Mania, and I kind of liking it. I hope Cody wins, but something tells me Brock's gonna beat him up. So yeah, there's that. But I'm interested to see where it goes. Super Cody.
Yeah, Super Cody. Warren?
One thing I just gotta say is at least we're not having him getting killed off or anything like that. I've said numerous times Cody's getting the John Cena treatment, stuff like that, back and forth. So I agree. Mania should have been it. I've vaguely believed it was going to happen for so long, but I see what the main focus is on stuff, and like how we have said numerous times, it's not about the character, about the moments and stuff like that. Cody needed more dance partners at the time. I've said it also, if Cody never got hurt, I believe he would have won at WrestleMania just because he had a whole year to build his character and persona into just the WWE audience at the time as well. But the thing with Brock Lesnar, like I said, like we've all said before, this is like John Cena 2012. After he lost.
Yeah.
Cody was a superhero. I'm sure Brandy has called him the Flash before. That's how they ended up with Liberty. Ooh, damn,
Shut the heck!
Damn, that was good.
KB, shut the hell up.
Lost to the Rock.
Hey, you guys got great points, man. A lot of everyone that I've talked to prior to WrestleMania or after WrestleMania was really big on Cody Rhodes winning. I was a fan of him not winning, and more so because of the story that it can tell with Cody Rhodes. Now I understand, yes, him coming back and he won the Royal Rumble and everything was just lining up right. Hashtag finish the story. It just made perfect sense. But I think when Cody Rhodes came back, he was just so hot, just off of uh, at the AEW stuff and everything he have done with that. But now that he has put Stardust and all these different gimmicks behind him, and then he's in WWE as Cody Rhodes and as the American Nightmare, and I want to see him, work his way up there and do something. And the Royal Rumble, he got that under the belt. No one will be able to take that away from him. But I've seen over a lot of times where you see a couple of superstars and they win a lot of stuff so quick in their career. And then it's like, what's next? And I feel like Cody Rhodes was going to be a victim of once he won it, the fans were going to turn on him because they was going to be like, okay, yeah, he won it. Now what's next? It was so predictable because the Roman Reigns stuff, as much as we maybe don't like the bloodline or some may not or do, it was is very sustainable. It was putting asses in seats. So like Cody Rhodes and this Roman Reigns storyline, I think it's going to go on probably past WrestleMania just to build Cody Rhodes up. I can see him beating Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, giving him a nice fight. Whoever he takes on at King of the Ring or Money in the Bank, he could win Money in the Bank or not. But I think the story will even tell more perfect if he don't win Money in the Bank and how he came up short at WrestleMania, but he won the Royal Rumble and beat Brock, but he's still coming up short to get the main title. So eventually he's going to get it, but the story that they're trying to tell or that they're going to tell, I think is going to be even more better. I think sometimes we get so caught up on just worrying about the end of the story and not letting it sort of play out. So I'm just interested to see how it definitely plays out with Cody Rhodes.
I see your point. I really do. I see your point.
All right, man. Hey, and you guys got anything else you want to say? Anything? We can talk about some AEW before we wrap it on up and roll on out because we got Dynamite tonight.
I hope Orange Cassidy gets his jaw broken.
Who?
What?
Orange Cassidy, Mr. Freshly Squeezed. I need him to just stop, all right?
He's going to get Pulp music tonight.
He's getting on.
You gonna see Brandon Cutler and Nakazawa get their ass kicked.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, that's just them.
KP
Period.
from Kim Possible. Why?
This
man's got too much time on his hands now. Oh my gosh.
Of all things, how do I sound like Kim Possible?
No,
It's Blackheart, bro. It's Blackheart. It's Blackheart, man. That's all I gotta say. I love the boy to death. Homeboy watches so much stuff. It amazes me sometimes. Like some of the stuff he's reminded me of some things recently. I was like, damn, I totally forgot about it. I watched it recently.
Just because he said Kim Possible, I need to go re-up on my Disney Plus then because I haven't seen that show in a minute.
We're about to give the Disney Channel a watch today.
I haven't seen that show in a minute.
Taka.
No, get your
this
ass
tells you
out
how
of here,
messed up
bro.
generation is. So when I first had a ringtone and I had the old Power Ranger morphin ringtone, you remember the watch thing?
Yeah.
So this tells you
wow.
how the generations were changed completely. So it was the Power Ranger song. People were telling me, "Oh, that sounds like the Kim Possible song." I'm like, "Come on now, come on." That used to be like fight words for a moment. Like, you cannot mix those two together.
You gotta understand. If you grew up in the '90s like we did, then yeah, that's Power Rangers. But kids that grew up in the 2000s, like some people, that they hear Kim Possible, that doesn't hear that.
Kiss my ass.
I wasn't talking about. See, first of all, I wasn't talking about you.
Motherfucker, I'm the only one that fits in that age group. Shut up.
First of all, this is what I be talking about. Light Skin Nation always attacking the dark skin coalition. This is what I'm talking about, man.
Attack. That was clearly a jab. That was clearly a jab.
Look here, I'm dark. Look here, dude. I'm dark skinned. I don't know how to jab. I don't know how to throw haymakers. This is what I do.
That's gonna be a tag team.
Clearly, jab. You clearly took a jab.
First of all, that
was
wasn't a jab.
If Orange Cassidy and the Astros were a tag team. Pop music.
Y'all can stop calling me Taka Michinoku, goddammit. Y'all can quit.
You're right. You're not. Hold on. That's my little brother. We can't call him Tonka no more. That's S.A. Rios. Okay,
nah, fam. Nah. You I swear to God, not that.
S.A. real.
S.A. real.
I can't unsee it now. Damn it.
Thank you, Warren.
I can't unsee it.
Look at it this way. You get. Hold up. That's a compliment if I call you S.A. Rios. You came out with Lita.
And the man's got to
Hey, while we on the
Where's the red hair, man? Where's the red hair?
while we on the AEW,
I'm never growing my hair out that long, ever.
Oh man,
S.A. Rios, ladies and gentlemen. S.A. Rios.
S.A. Tyler.
What's your guys' thoughts on AEW taking over Wembley Stadium in this coming summer?
Whew.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna let the professor do his thing. Go ahead on, Professor.
Who's the professor?
He talking about me.
Oh, he ain't no Mike Tenay, is he?
there's gonna be one Punk comes out there. I dropped the third wall.
I'm crying right now. Go ahead. Go ahead on, Professor.
Shut up. In all seriousness, considering how cheap he got to book Wembley for, as long as they sell like 35, 40K seats, it's a success, no matter what. Not to mention it's going to be the same day I turned big 2-1. You know what I'm saying? Turned big 21 on that day. So I'm
Look at
hyped as
that
hell.
boy.
Hey,
That man's a man now. Look at him.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to think. Oh my God, when I met Warren, I had just turned. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's the problem?
Hold on, KB. KB, when I met Warren, I had just turned 19.
wow.
Oh, now you can drink legally.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's right, because Tyler was about to go to Vegas for All In.
I think Tyler's he's very
And I was
familiar
telling Tyler the spots that he could actually drink at 19.
Yep.
Warren,
That's exactly what it was. But anyways,
Warren, I tell you what.
in all seriousness, I'm hoping this show is going to be good. I only have 2 requests from Tony Khan. I only have 2 requests.
Don't bring Punk.
Make sure Jay White makes his way on the show in some way, shape, or form. I don't care who it's against. And also make sure that the main 3 members of United Empire make it on the show. That being Aussie Open and Ospreay. That's my only requests.
You know Ospreay's going to be on there. And Tony's
But I'm not sure about the other 2, though. I'm not sure about the other 2.
Warren, my man, I have a request for you, though. If you take Tyler to Vegas, make sure you take him to his favorite restaurant, the Heart Attack Grill. I heard he loves it.
Okay, KB, nah. KB, on God, see me after this is over, bro. On God, see me.
Who said the DJ Polly?
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, but honestly, though, this is going to be the summer of Khan, which has been cool. Because AEW has a lot of things coming up this summer. You got Double or Nothing. You got Forbidden Door. Then you got All In, and I don't know if they're having All Out the week after. I'm not quite sure about that yet.
According to the actual talent, it is happening the week after. So
So you got 4 huge shows over just this summer. So if you're paying for that, that's really $200 worth of shows over summer you're watching. Well,
not to mention the Dynamite specials and all that crap.
oh yeah, I forgot Blood and Guts this summer. Thank you for reminding me about that. Blood and
From
Guts.
Similac to a damn Guinness and his gon. Shut the DJ. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Yo, Tyler, when you turn 21, I'm just gonna say this to you. They grew up so fast.
Hey, KB. KB, it's a fight. It's a fight, mother.
It's always been a fight between Light Skin Nation and the Dark Skin Coalition. It's always been a fight.
Summer of George.
Wow. Blackheart, what the hell, man?
As much as I love Blackheart, I didn't expect that comment.
Yo, I did not.
Oh, I
man.
can't unsee it now. I can't. Oh man.
Yeah, I think them going to Wembley Stadium is going to be it's going to be huge though.
Breaking news on Twitter.
You know, hopefully they pull something real, huge out of that.
Everybody tune in to Rampage.
Last time Wembley Stadium hosted a wrestling event, I'm assuming was that 1992 at SummerSlam.
93.
93?
It was 92.
Oh, it was 92? I thought it was 93.
Yeah.
The main event was Bulldog versus Brett, right?
Yeah.
So it was 92.
So we'll see what they do, man. We're gonna definitely see what they do. It's AEW. I'm gonna be tuning in tonight. I'm not sure what's up with Keith Lee. I've been a big fan of his though, but the whole gray hair is confusing me though. I think we talked about that a couple of times, Warren, on the podcast. But we'll
That's
see.
his natural hair, bro. I'll be dyeing it every day. No. No. I know Mia just like, man, shave that shit. Shave it.
I heard Mia likes it.
It's me. Never mind.
All right. Hey, look here, you guys, man. This has been a dope episode of Commission Talks, live talk pro wrestling episode. I appreciate you guys, man. Courtney, KB, Tyler for coming
Most
through
definitely.
here from the OTTR mob. Shout out to my guy,
Most definitely.
Blackheart, who's been in the comments the whole entire show. Thank you, man.
You did write that for us to say to him. Shout out to Blackheart. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Shout out to Blackheart.
For real. All the links will be down below. Make sure you definitely subscribe, like, comment, follow, share to the Off the Top Ropes podcast. Make sure you get at them and tap into all the content for real. The CNC connection, all the great shows that's on Off the Top Ropes podcast. You mean Michael Drake?
What did he say? What did he say?
Mordecai.
You mean Mordecai?
He said, damn.
Hey man, great show. This is the part where we do final thoughts, man. We're gonna go around the panel, the table, man, and you guys got anything you guys want to say? Get off your chest.
Blackheart, you got notes for this too?
Tell anybody about your shows, podcasts, what you guys got coming up.
Ladies first.
All right, so you can find me Friday nights at 11:15 on the last week of wrestling Off the Top Ropes podcast. Check us out. And then on Saturdays at 4 p.m. EST time, you can find me and my tag team partner, Char C, with the CNC connection. Come hang out with the ladies of the Pod Mob.
He spelled my name wrong.
It's been fun. Thank you guys for letting me invade the commission talk. We'll have to do it again.
Yes, thank you. KB.
Thank you very much once again. Thank y'all for the opportunity of having me on your podcast today. I appreciate y'all 100 for that. You want to find me? You want to find me? Find me and the rest of the fam every Friday night, 11:15 Eastern Time, 10:15 Central, right here on YouTube. Come watch us on. Come watch our craziness every week. Trust me, every week is must see. You want to find me on Twitter? Find me on the Bird app at KBBrown72. My DMs is open. I may not get to them if you can come at me with something stupid, but you can still send me something. Also, like I say every week, love is God, God is love. SWO for life. Savage World Order. Peace.
All right.
Hey, you didn't
Appreciate
read off the. Hey, you gonna get in trouble, KB. You're supposed to read that too. That watch party right there. He's got a watch party.
Yeah, I watch party this weekend.
Tyler.
You gotta present that now.
Yeah. As everybody else said, make sure to check us out on our podcast as well as come on, you gotta come watch my boys at New Japan, man. They always be putting on banger shows, and y'all always complain, well, we're never up in time to watch. This one's in America, so y'all ain't got no excuse. All right? It's gonna be on, y'all gonna watch it. Straight up. Also, feel free to watch Rebellion the next day because Impact been putting on some good shows. Can't even argue about it. And if you want to follow me, it's Tyler Starks27 on Twitter. And honestly, I hope I can come back here again soon. Peace and love.
Hey man, appreciate it for real. Warren.
Hey guys, as y'all can know, buzzing with Marlowe. I have a special tonight. We're gonna have a good old just Marvel chat, and everybody knows that as big as I am about wrestling, I am even bigger about superheroes and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about the upcoming stuff that's going to happen with Phase 5 tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, YouTube, all that. There will not be a regular Buzzing with Marlowe episode this Friday because it's going to be tonight. Obviously, next week, I'm pretty sure I think commission's on the OTTR. I'm not sure unless it's mine or Shiz or whatever. But, guys, it's always a pleasure to have some of the mob on. It's definitely cool to be on y'all's network and, and have our crazy banter back and forth on Wednesdays now. So that's even great. So definitely it's going to be some fun, man. Definitely some fun.
It was a pleasure.
Hey, it was dope for real. Courtney, KB, Tyler. Thank you guys for coming through here. Can't wait to have you guys on another episode of Commission Talks with us. It was definitely dope. Like I said, everyone, the links will be down below. No Talk Pro Wrestling this Friday because obviously it's a live episode today. But definitely tune in to the 11:30 podcast show, a new episode with Kiana W. Mitchell. So check that out. And also a new episode of Beyond 11:30 will return next Thursday. But other than that, man, I hope you guys stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man.
You got the Crossroads.
Next week, I believe we're supposed to be on Blackheart's Off the Top Roads podcast with Commission Talks or Buzzing with Marlowe. But we're going to be here Wednesday at 5 p.m.
We're going to see
Sugar
Sugar Bear.
It's going to be it's going to be Sugar Bear. What the fuck?
Why did I want to say
the back and forth between Warren Marlowe and Blackheart is priceless, man. So if you're new to Commission Talks, if you haven't checked that out, man, definitely check out the back and forth. I don't even know what to call it. What do you want to call it, Warren, man? It's just
we're gonna have a new music video, man. The Crossroads, starring me and Blackheart. It's gonna be insane. He said next week.
The new Bone Thugs Harmony.
Bruh, it's something. But hey, it's always fun, man. Always looking forward to it,
Hey, I appreciate it.
Build money. That's how we say. Look at him.
He said
he's
next
week, laughing hard. He tried to not be mad and laugh at the same time. I guarantee you that's what he's doing right now.
Because you called the man Sugar Bear. You called the other man Sugar Bear. Of course he's gonna be mad.
Yo, man, this was definitely a great one. Until next time, everyone. Yo, from myself, Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, KB, Tyler Starks, Courtney, and my guy Warren Marlowe. Yo, we out, man. Peace.